Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Ivan Penaluna.
I'm Byron Bertram.
And on tonight's episode...
more workplace violence.
Well done, you did that good.
Thank you.
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in a schoolyard. Well, let me tell a joke.
I wanted this to be professional.
I don't gotta listen to this shit.
You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is... awesome!
With Byron Bertram and Ivan Penaluna.
All right, so the boys from El Akbar are at it every week, blah, blah, blah.
You're getting tired of this,
I'm
aren't
getting
you?
so fucking tired of it. Just like 18 Facebooks a day from you. And I don't know if I'm mad at you or I'm just mad at them because it makes you upset. I'm like, oh, fuck, can't we just talk about...
Wouldn't it be great if you could just ignore it, right?
Well, yeah, because I would just want to talk about Ricky Martin's new fragrance or something like that. When's that going to be the big story?
Well, exactly. That'll be the big story.
I don't know if Ricky Martin's got a new fragrance, but if he did... You know, I'd be all over that shit.
Well, that'll be... I've got to tell you now, Ricky Martin's new fragrance is never going to be the top story ever again.
I don't think it will be like world peace announced, nothing happening. Ricky Martin's new fragrance is
Has been released.
Yeah.
And what's it called?
It'd be like a dog fucking shat on my fence.
Is that what it's called? A dog shat on my fence. Is that what Ricky Martin's fragrance is called? A dog. Are you thinking about a career in marketing?
No, it was called He Bangs Men.
He bangs. He bangs for men.
Yeah, he bangs for men.
Now you've got a job in marketing.
By Ricky Martin.
Now you've got a job in marketing, my friend. That is a great idea.
But we can't talk about Ricky Martin because, again, the fucking...
the boys from Admiral Akbar have been at it again.
Yeah, because the Angry Tan Smurfs are fucking at it again.
I know. What have they been up to this week? Do you want me to give you a lowdown of what they've been up to?
Yeah, what are they doing?
Okay,
well, which one are we talking? We got the
Take your pick. So
we got the Al Shabaab guys. They killed Shabaab, Al Shabaab, Al Shabaab, Al Shabaab. Blew 12 people up today in Mogadishu.
Mogadishu. Yeah. Okay. So you got those right, and those aren't even on the scale at the moment. Then like you got the killing in the shooting in Munich, and the shooting in Munich, which happened a few days ago. Now it happened on Sunday, I believe. So basically, as soon as the press got hold of this, they were going, "Yeah, right-wing terrorism." And they're going, that's a right-wing terrorist.
They said it's because he had 11 by 17, sort of scantily dressed picture of which is the Breivik, that Norwegian.
Andreas Breivik.
Yeah, they said they liked him. He's like, ooh, Breivik, he's so dreamy.
Yeah, he's a guy who's obsessed with mass shooters, right?
Yeah.
And one of the mass shooters that he's obsessed with, because if you're obsessed with mass shooters, you've got to be interested in Andreas Breivik.
Yeah, he's
and
fucking
it was the anniversary of the shooting.
Yeah.
So that's the link, and that's as far as it goes. This guy didn't have any right-wing ideology. He didn't make a statement. He didn't find any paraphernalia or any sort of propaganda or anything like that. He's basically, it seems, after a few days, that this was what the Americans would call a school shooting. You know, this guy had been bullied. He harbored this anger and decided he was going to get equal with all his bullies one day, and he went out on a massive, great big shooting spree. But the press got hold of it, and and they said, you know what, this is a right-wing. This is a right-wing crime, and there's no evidence for this. Even if you read the sober newspapers on this, they're saying it's just a suggestion. The police are looking into it. There's no evidence of it. And just to throw something else into the mix, the initial reports from CNN said this guy shouted Allah Akbar. I mean, you can still find these reports online, but this completely got overridden by the narrative after that, which was all about it being Andreas Breivik.
He said the name that should not be named, right?
Yeah,
he said
Andreas
Voldemort,
Breivik.
don't talk about it, boom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was the first one. And so they were like, right, we've blamed this on the right wing. We're good, we're free, we're home and dry. You know, we don't have to worry about this anymore. We're going to blame it all on the right wing. And then within about a few hours, there's a guy in Germany who sliced up a pregnant mother and two other people. But that's, again, seems to be
Again, that has nothing to do with Ricky Martin's.
It has nothing to do with Ricky Martin, that. And then there's a guy who blew up himself in a suicide bomb attack outside a wine bar in another part of Germany. Shit, that's inconvenient. And then there was a guy who stabbed a woman and her two kids for being scantily dressed in France. And just today there was a there's a priest in Normandy in France who had his throat cut by 2 jihadis who were then shot by police. So it's been a busy week. I mean, it's basically we're up to about an attack. It was every 3 or 4 days last week, and for the 2 weeks before that, and now we're into an attack every day.
It's just like monitoring the weather now. It's like, we're gonna get some clouds here. We're gonna get jihadis here. We're gonna get some stabbings here. we're gonna get a guy who just mows the lawn with a bunch of Frenchmen, over here.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What are we gonna get? An outbreak of stabbings here. Oh my God!
And
There's
now,
a 40% chance of a suicide bombing here.
And now it's just constant rain.
Constantly rain.
Yeah, that's all it's doing now. So anyway, so those are the.
That's what Prince wrote that song about.
And of course, so what they're saying is that this is, they can't say it's workplace violence for every one of these, which is what Barack Obama's stock response to any of these.
Again, more workplace violence.
We should ban trucks, ban knives, ban machetes, ban trains, because some of these things happen on trains. That's no good. We need to ban all these things, right? We need to have stricter control on knives and trucks, definitely.
But
that would have solved the problem.
But rainbow Korans for everyone?
Yeah. So that's the story this week. The jihadis have been at it, and I'm sorry I've been boring you to death with this.
Yeah, I know. It was just repetitive, isn't it?
I know.
Suicide's repetitive. You know what I hate about the suicide attacks? I mean, it's a terrible thing, but it also overshadows other suicide bombers or just even other terrorist groups. It just all seems to be the Islamists that just sort of got they're the Walmart of terrorism now, and there used to be like a lot of a mom and pop shop or even other big institutions of terrorism that we are all excited about news like the IRA. Nobody talks about them anymore. They're just like, what, fuck it, we'll just drink.
Or what about ETA, the Basque terrorist separatist group?
Yeah, nobody talks about them. They're getting no coverage.
Now, you remember the old days of the Baader-Meinhof group in the early 70s?
Nothing.
The Red Army faction in
Those
Italy?
German guys, yeah.
So none of these guys get a look in anymore.
And what about those Japanese ones too? What about those nerve gas guys in Japan?
Oh, the nerve gas guys in Japan.
Yeah.
So they don't get a look in anymore. None of these guys. Basically
monks are lighting themselves on fire. Like they weren't even. They were just.
It's a one-stop shop now. Terrorism.
Oh, it's annoying.
You just have to turn up, see what Islam's got to offer, and then they've got a monopoly.
But you don't even like exciting, sexy sort of. Terrorists anymore. Like, what my favorite was? Carlos the Jackal.
Carlos the Jackal. Now, there's a guy. Now, he's dead now, isn't he?
No, he's still in jail.
No, he's dead. Is that right? No, he's still in jail. Is that right?
I don't know. But you know what? We can't find out about this because our friend Jeremy Eaton, who's here last week, he's back. He's back from Japan. He went back to Japan, and we said, we want you back for another episode. And he said, no problem. And he flew himself right back. So he's got this really cool story because Jeremy Eaton, by the way, as a baby, was held by Carlos the Jackal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So here is to tell the story. Jeremy Eaton, tell me what happened.
Jeremy.
Yeah, well, thank you. Good to be back. I was held by Carlos the Jackal, but I have no recollection of that. Of course.
Okay, let's just rewind a little bit. So I want to paint the picture, right?
Yeah.
So how did this come about? Where were you living at the time?
Okay.
How old were you? What was the family connection to Carlos the Jackal? We want to let everybody know that we're not making any of this shit up. This is true, right? Okay, so your family, where were you living? What was the connection?
Well, my father dodged the draft for the Vietnam War.
Right.
And escaped.
Your father was American.
Yes, and escaped the draft. We fled as a family to Sweden.
Right, as you do.
At the time.
Most people are going to Canada, but you thought, fuck this, I'm going to Sweden.
We would have gotten nabbed if we went to Canada because
Right.
we looked, my father...
You looked dodgy? Dodgy?
My father went through basic training, so he had a crew cut and stuff. So he would have gotten nabbed if they'd gone over
He
the
couldn't
border.
grow like a hippie hair quick enough?
Not that fast.
Ah, shit.
Not enough time. Yeah. So they split to Sweden, and they're doing some sort of political things, this and that. And
What were they doing politically?
Protest march or something, hippie stuff.
Okay, he went full on hippie. So he did his basic training.
Double
Was he
down-
on board with
double
all of
down.
this?
The Vietnam War?
Yeah, was he on board until he had like some sort of epiphany and then he went, fuck this, I'm going all hippie?
Probably kind of was like, I don't know about this. And then he went through basic training and he's like, no, we're not going to do this.
Okay, so he was drafted, right?
Yes.
Right.
Just after I was born.
Okay.
Or just kind of right around the same time.
All right. And so basically he thought, fuck this, I'm getting out of here. I'm going
Yep.
to Sweden.
Yep.
He went to Sweden, started getting involved in political stuff.
Yeah.
Which involved protests and, you can imagine left-wing stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so go on.
So that's how he bumped into Carlos the Jackal.
So Carlos the
Ramiro
Jackal,
Sanchez.
and he's from Venezuela originally, right?
Brazil.
Brazil.
He's Brazilian. Yeah.
So he bumped into him because he was living in Sweden at the time.
Yeah.
And he was as an active terrorist, or was this before his
No,
days?
I think this is pre-terrorist days. But he was getting radicalized at the time. He was kind of hardcore. There's a story of like they were at a protest or something, some sort of march or something, and there was these motorcyclists that were bombing through the crowd. And
Is it in Stockholm or?
yeah, probably like something like that. Stockholm, probably, or near Stockholm. Maybe Amos is the place we were close to. Maybe it might have been there.
Do you know that place, Byron?
No, I never been to Sweden. Been to Denmark, but
So these guys are whipping through on their motorcycles, and he's talking to my father, and they're into some real deep political conversation, and he goes, "Hang on a second." He reaches out his arm and clotheslines a guy, just slams him to the ground.
Carlos the Jackal did.
Yeah, the
Jesus.
guy on the motorcycle comes by and he clotheslines the guy, puts him on the floor, and then goes right back to talking to my dad like nothing happened.
What did your dad do?
My dad thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Even though he almost decapitated a guy.
Well, these guys are being dicks, though. They were terrorizing the crowd. Like they're
So, and he's like, "I'll show you how to terrorize."
He's like, yeah. So they're boom, and so he floored the guy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And then so what did he say? Carlos the Jackal was like.
What do you mean?
You know how he's talking to him. And all
No,
that.
I think it was like, well, I think, if you take out the left and you have the political just have a second.
Oh yeah, right.
And if you take out the left, then we can't have any sort of formation for the other types of government that would be an anarchistic monarchy.
Right.
Right. Whatever.
Right, and so basically, and you went on this protest, right? No, this was.
I would have been probably at home with mom.
Right.
Yeah.
So
recollection. Is
Let's
that.
get to the meat and potatoes of this story, which is you being cradled by Carlos the Jackal. How did that come about?
He would have been over at the farm at our house at the time,
Right.
and we lived on a farm, hippies.
Yeah.
And I was a baby at the time, and he was holding me. So that's all of the story that I know.
Right. Did he say? Was there a particular song that he used to sing you?
Yeah.
Get you off to sleep? Was it the International? By any chance?
Yeah. What's the Brazilian national anthem?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But Carlos the Jackal,
Byron might know.
He's a fascinating. I saw the movie.
Away.
Did you see the Carlos the Jackal movie? It's like 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
I know 3 hours of it were just him holding this fucking baby.
Yeah.
And it was like I really thought that.
Did you see at the very end of the movie he gets killed or something? Carlos the Jackal is killed, and then the camera pans.
No, he gets arrested in Sudan.
He gets killed at the end of that movie.
So hang on a minute. This movie's not based on fact, then.
No, not this movie. But at the end of the movie,
How can you have a movie about a historical character and have them getting killed at the end?
Even though
in
they're still
reality they didn't get killed.
Well, have you seen *Inglourious Bastards*? They killed Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not a factual. That's not a biopic.
No, they
yet.
hadn't caught him at this point. They didn't. He was still at large. He was this mysterious figure.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
Oh, when they made this movie.
But still, they made up the ending.
Well, I don't know. Well, check it out. At the very end, he gets killed, and then the camera slowly pans to this baby that's sitting there.
That was probably you. We're supposed
Probably
to.
was you.
I'm not going to say anything. That's all I'm going to say.
But you were the influence. You were the.
There's a baby at the end of the movie.
So
you
is it-
make up your own ending to the
Do
movie.
you think that if you met Carlos the Jackal nowadays, that he would recognize you?
I like to think so. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, why not? I mean, maybe he imprinted it on me a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I could be a terrorist.
Anybody could be a terrorist.
Yeah, anybody could.
Except for Byron.
Byron, you could.
He's too unmotivated.
I'm too unmotivated.
Yeah.
Well,
If terrorism involved getting up at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon and doing 20 minutes work
maybe
at a downtown club,
Yes.
then he could be a really good terrorist.
Actually,
Yeah.
both Byron and I could be terrorists, but we'd have to go down and pick chips in the morning to see who got to be terrorist first.
that's true. Yeah. Well, because I street perform, and it's like this broken democracy where they let everybody pick chips and anyway.
Broken democracy.
Yeah.
What you need is a socialist Politburo system.
Well, that's exactly what we got for street performing, and it's bullshit. But we need Carlos the Jackal to be in
Are
charge.
you
of
saying
that
that
shit.
the street performing business in Vancouver could do with a bit of free market economy?
Oh, absolutely.
More terrorism, actually.
More
Doing
terrorism.
A lot more terrorism.
Well, you
Okay.
just you need a strong man really controlling it.
Yeah. Have you got one?
Well, actually, no, we do. We have this Serbian warlord. Her name's Una, and she just controls that. She goes, number 1! And you pick numbers out of a hat, and then she talks about gassing Croats.
Yeah. and
And
the
I'm like,
pan
what?
flute.
I'm just trying to
Don't
pick
forget about the
myself.
pan flute guys. They're,
Yeah.
they're pretty tough gang.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What are the pan flute guys? I'm sorry to get off terrorism, but I suppose it's terrorism of a different sort.
It is.
There's terrorism in the
It's-
busking circle.
It's a worse kind of terrorism. You ever heard pan flutes?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
It is.
I
It's
don't think there's
terrorism on
anybody-
the eardrums of repetitiveness.
I don't think there's anybody in this world who hasn't lived in a big city that hasn't heard pan flutes.
No, but okay, you hear Peruvian music, hours and hours every day, and then you're like, I'm sick of this music, and then all of a sudden progressive be like, wow, you're racist.
Yeah, that's right, Byron.
That's true.
These are your friends.
That's the
Yeah.
terrorism.
But I mean, is Carlos the Jackal still alive? You think he's dead?
Actually, no, he's probably still in prison.
He's still in prison, man.
Ramiro
He's still in prison.
Sanchez.
So where's he in prison?
Holding a
somewhere
baby
in
too
Europe.
long.
Somewhere in Europe.
Oh, they look after their prisoners there.
Yeah.
I think he's probably hoping that he's in prison in Holland because they really do.
I
look
think he's
after
in
them.
France.
he got nabbed outside of the Brazil. I know that.
Right.
I don't.
No, it was in Sudan.
Really?
Yeah.
He got nabbed in Sudan.
Yeah, because I saw that movie and it was like...
Yeah,
it
but
was-
that movie's not real because he gets shot in the end.
No,
Yeah, and
no,
there was
he
a
got-
baby at
he
the
was
end of
holding a
it.
baby for 3 hours and then he got nabbed in Africa. It was a weird movie.
It was a boring
So
movie.
he's holding a baby for 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's really lame.
Carlos the Jackal, and he did a lot of work with all those guys, didn't he? He did a lot of work with the PLO. He did a lot of work with Bader-Meinhof gang, was he?
Yeah.
No, I don't know if he actually worked with them directly, but there's a few other organizations that he was involved with.
He like
was
tried-
basi-
You're not going to put this on the internet, are you?
Yeah,
All right, never mind.
yeah, we're definitely doing that.
He tried landing plans. He really just liked making planes go to different airports.
Yeah, no, he was
That's
old
a
school.
great trick.
That was
Go
cool.
you guys go over that way. And
He's a comedy hijacker.
Yeah,
so
he's-
ISIS would blow the fucking thing up and
Yeah,
kill
yeah.
everybody, or use it as a weapon and smash it into something
Yeah,
else.
no, 'cause-
but he's like, hey, look at this! I got this trick for you. I'm going to take this plane, I'm going to fly it to Cuba, and then we're going to sit on the airport tarmac for 18 hours, and then we're going to fly somewhere else. It's brilliant. It's 70s terrorism.
Yeah, 70s terrorism was the best. And he just had sideburns. People smoke on doors.
Yeah.
He didn't get any air circulation.
how many of you people think I could do it?
Yeah. He's like, you think we're landed in Beirut? Everybody's upset. We landed in Algiers.
It's clown
It's
terrorism.
magic.
It's clown terrorism.
Yeah, it's clown terrorism.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, bring back clown terrorism. See, I'm all about
more
retro terrorism.
But that's what you're missing.
Yeah.
You know, because I'd be on board. Clown terrorism I'd actually find funny.
Yeah, see, I don't, and I'm a history buff too.
Yeah.
You know, I do This Week in History. And I
Yeah, you do it
research.
brilliantly. You've picked the most mundane things from history,
that is-
and we try and make get cachet out of them.
That's the trouble with today's terrorism is it's really far too serious.
There's no comedy in it.
There's no comedy in it. It's
No.
like people. That's not nice. There's nothing funny about people.
Funny about this, guys.
Yeah.
ISIS, you know, you wouldn't do well at a comedy club. You would bomb.
the only funny-
blow the place up. It's,
Yeah.
Nobody
Heads would roll,
likes
but not
that.
with laughter.
The only funny thing about it is the excuses that people try and make to to excuse it.
But I want to hear like the
Now,
most like.
that is a little funnier.
That's
I will
funnier.
admit. Yeah,
that's what the
funnier.
show's about tonight. The workplace violence. This is Barack Obama's. That's what he called the Fort Hood massacre. And every time there's
Hodor
another
massacre.
The Fort Hood
Is that
massacre.
Game of Thrones? Oh, okay. sorry.
No, but I want to hear the most ardent, just angry, man-hating, angry feminist being like, "We need Sharia law because we're not racist." Like, I want it to be that blatant and that in your face.
No, they just disappear and do something else.
Yeah.
They start looking
No,
at
I
the-
want that though. I want the just right in your face.
third way
contradictions.
feminists. They deserve Sharia law.
Yeah.
They're waiting for it. They're the best. They're the best recipients of it. They'll be so happy. They'll be fulfilled when they get the Sharia law.
Yeah, they will be. Well, finally, they can have burqas to cover up their armpits since they're not going to shave. Fucking pit drapes, lady.
Did I tell you about that? Where the Facebook group that I found? It's called the LGBT Community Against Sharia Law, and it's got 24 members. It's got 24 members. You can go and look this up. And after Orlando, it jumped to 43.
Wow.
That's how ardent the LGBT community are against fighting radical Islam.
Well, I blame that on just the web host. I think he just didn't really.
Didn't do his job.
He didn't buy
It's not well promoted.
Facebook ads. That's the
How do
problem.
you know it was a man? Maybe it was a woman.
Either way, I'm sure it was every gender. It was some, beige hermaphrodite in a wheelchair, just not defend anybody. And he's
It was
Babes from Africa in a wheelchair.
no, it was Ramiro Sanchez from prison.
yeah.
He's a hacker.
Okay, Facebook. What do you think Carlos Jackal would make of Facebook and Twitter?
Oh, he'd love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think. I mean, well, he's mostly pictures of him holding babies.
Right, all the way through his career.
Yeah.
I think what you're doing mentally is you're replacing the picture of a submachine gun with a baby, because most of the pictures of
Baby,
him are
babies
with
are more
submachine guns.
dangerous than can be more dangerous.
Of course.
Depends what you do with them.
Of course, yeah. They don't generally blow up or anything.
Yeah, well,
Well, it's weird. I just look. Carlos Jackal on Facebook only has 1,990 likes.
1990.
Yeah.
That's pretty decent.
It's like 2,000. I have more likes than
yeah,
Carlos
but
Jackal.
he's been out of this. He's been out of the
He's been
loop
out of
for a long
commission.
time.
Yeah, but he hasn't been around since social
check
media started.
Ramiro Sanchez. He has way more likes.
I think
Okay,
that's
okay.
just, I
The
think
other
that's
thing
just
is-
a buddy of mine with 3 mutual friends.
The other thing I'd really like to know is how many of those likes that Carlos Jackal's got are Bernie Sanders supporters.
Let me see.
How many mutual friends?
Yeah, all Bernie supporters.
All Bernie supporters. There you go.
Yeah.
So all of the 1,900 people who like Carlos Jackal all support Bernie Sanders.
Exactly. Well, anyway, Carlos, if you're listening, give us a shout out.
Yeah, shout
just-
out to Carlos.
Hey, yo, what up, Carlos? If you're hearing this, just get a plane to land in a different airport, just like WestJet
Yeah,
did when
just-
I was supposed to land in Saskatoon. It was
just-
Edmonton.
yeah,
I think
just for
Carlos
fun.
was behind that.
Carlos could. What Carlos could do in the modern world, once he's released from prison, and obviously he's retired from international terrorism, but what he could do is he could set himself up as a freelance contractor, a consultant, if
Consultant,
you will.
yeah,
And
that's-
so if an airline isn't doing very well on its targets of getting people where they should be on time, then Carlos can freelance himself to go and hijack those planes and take them to their destination.
Yeah.
Make sure that they get there on time. And and his profile will highlight the problem that the airlines have.
Yeah.
So if he targets, let's say, Air Canada because they've got a shitty service,
Kind of like a marketing campaign because it gets so much media attention for
Yeah.
the airline.
Yeah.
So like it's free advertisement.
yeah,
like,
and at the same time,
That's genius.
and that they also get to sort out their scheduling.
Yeah. It was
All
like, I wanted to fly to Winnipeg, and hey, what do you know? I'm in Cairo. This is
We
fun.
weren't supposed to stop in Calgary.
But think of the money you've saved.
That's true.
All right, well, gentlemen, that was very interesting. Let's go to the fucking news.
This is the fucking news.
All right, go. In 5, 4. I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
This is the fucking news.
Fucking thing sucks.
First up in the fucking news this week, New York real estate mogul Harry Macklow and his wife Linda are divorcing after 57 years of marriage, thanks
Wow.
to Harry going public with his somewhat younger girlfriend, Patricia Landau, who has some sort of bullshit fake job with a museum thingy. But, by the way, still looks like an old hag, and a billionaire like Harry ought to be able to do better. Why is this news? Well, see, there was no prenup 57 years ago, or at least not those two. And he's kind of built up quite the little nest egg for him and Linda to fight over, including a $1 billion art collection.
Ooh.
Billion with a B, yes.
Wow.
And Linda's insisting on keeping that along with the various houses and most of his money, etc.
Well, all of them.
Well, the personal ones, not obviously the
How's
commercial.
this for an old-fashioned idea? Why don't they just split everything down the middle?
Where's the fun in that? But even if they did, Linda would still be a very wealthy.
Yeah, if she fucked him, she deserves more, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, because she had to fuck him.
Yeah.
So
well,
therefore she
granted,
gets
she
more.
probably fucked him years ago before he got so decrepit looking. It's Patricia
Right.
who's earning the keep now. But anyways, the real story is I have a new role model, Linda Macklow.
Are you going to be looking for billionaires of a lot of art? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it would be nice, except I'm also vain, and the billionaires with $1 billion art collectors usually look disgusting, other than like Mick Jagger. So
I think there's something to be said
and he's
for-
disgusting too, but
For a large art collection, I think that's that is a
That
certain,
put a paper bag over his head and hide his Viagra.
What if you just found out you're fucking a billionaire? You just be for years and years, and you think, you know what? I'm just fucking this guy because I heard he's got just this huge art collection, and it turns out it's all just velvet Elvis paintings. You're like, I've been blowing this old fucking geriatric fuck for years.
No, that's why you got to see the goods.
And all we got is some velvet Elvis paintings and those dogs playing cards and shit. And I can't even sell these at a flea market. What the fuck? How many loads of cum did I fucking have to guzzle just for this garbage I can't even get?
Are you trying to tell me that
for?
somebody who entered into an arrangement like this wouldn't have asked to see the art collection pretty early on?
I'm saying some people who are trophy wives aren't as educated as you think they would be.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's that idea.
Yeah.
So they're not as educated as that idea.
I mean, look, Melania Trump can't even write her own fucking shit.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
But I doubt that
But she rocks
Michelle
a sign-
Obama actually wrote her own shit either.
Yeah,
No, they have the same speechwriter.
So,
Well, let's face it.
So it's not even that she stole it, it's that guy got lazy.
So the thing is, basically, the story there is that someone got lazy and stole something that had already been used. That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's the story.
Yeah.
Not anything else. Yes. Michelle Obama. Yeah.
Either way, yeah, I don't know. Carlos Mencia's doing Michelle Obama's speech.
Is that right? I'd like to see that. I think a number of people should do various speeches
Of Michelle Obama's
out of
2008
context.
speech.
So you should get footballers doing Michelle Obama's speech. Maybe you should get Jamie Vardy doing Michelle Obama's speech.
Yeah, Milli Vanilli.
Yeah,
They're doing it.
doing Donald Trump's
But they get
speech.
somebody else to do her speech.
Yeah, get
And
someone
then
else to
still
do it.
take the blame for it.
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah.
Milli Vanilli, yeah.
Yeah. Melina Vanilli.
Melina
Melina
Vanilli.
Trump Vanilli.
Melina Vanilli.
What else do we got?
All right. Well, the Islamic State likes to portray themselves.
Don't come on, Byron's had enough.
This one, though, I think Byron will like this story. They like to portray themselves as brave, alpha male soldiers of Allah, but the reality...
Really, they got Ricky Martin's fragrance.
She bangs for men.
Yeah.
She bangs. Yeah.
on Thursday nights, yeah. Anyways, the reality doesn't always quite live up to the slick propaganda videos. See, a bunch of them were caught running like whiny little bitches from opposition forces who have taken control of the city of Manbij in Syria. And when I say they ran like bitches, I mean burqas and makeup and all.
Oh yeah, I heard
wow.
this story. They were escaping in burqas, but there's a certain look to a man in a burqa, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I
That's
mean,
bitches for men.
they're kind of lucky they got caught by the opposition, though, because, I mean, can you imagine if they got caught by their own guys? They'd be,
Oh yeah.
you know, like, they wouldn't even look under the burqa. They'd be on the slave auction block that afternoon, you know. Next up on the auction block, it's the lovely Fatima. We captured this little hussy outside of Manbij. You know she's easy by the way she leaves her eyebrows uncovered. Fatima is a little chunky and hairy, but hey, aren't they all? And then you hear this voice go, "My name's not Fatima, I am Abdul, I am an ISIS fighter just like you." You know, Fatima, she's quite the wild and crazy gal. She thinks she's a fighter like us, but it's okay. You just beat her with a stick. She shut the hell up eventually.
Do you know what? I don't know if it was actually good that they got captured by the opposition forces, because they got captured by the Kurds, I believe, and that's probably going to be pretty bad. I don't think that.
Well, I guess it depends
it's gonna end very
where
well
your
for those guys.
sympathies are. Bad, I would think, would be letting them go, as opposed to videotaping them in the burqa, going, "Hey, look at these."
Yeah, it's not like there's any sort of human
and we're gonna
rights.
beat the shit out of them.
There's not any human rights commission going. See those guys that you captured yesterday?
Yeah.
Where are they? Where are they now?
Yeah.
Can you account for them? You must be able to account for them. Has anything bad happened to those guys? You need to account for those guys, or else you've probably killed them.
Do you think there should be washrooms?
There's no one doing that.
Washrooms being like cross-dressing jihadists welcome?
You mean like at the Havana?
Yeah, like at the Havana where I did a show for 5
Yeah,
minutes.
but burqas and bandoleros.
Yeah, which speaking of like cross-dressing, there's a picture. It says it was a guy. It was this guy with a picture of this guy's slick back hair, and he has a really creepy mustache, and it goes, all transgender people welcome to this washroom. I'm like, holy shit! So if you're a guy with a creepy mustache and a vagina, you're allowed to shit in that place.
So you can
No
just
problem.
go, you know what, I'm feeling a bit like a woman tonight, so I'm going to use this one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fair enough. All right.
No, but there's times where the men's washroom is locked, and I'm like, well, fuck it. And then I feel kind of guilty for going to the women's washroom. But I'm like, maybe I'm just
They're
gonna,
trying to force you to identify as a woman.
Yeah,
to
no,
go
be
into
like,
that
maybe
washroom.
identify with myself as somebody who wants to
That
take
would be a
shit.
great. You know what?
And this door's open.
You know
It's
what?
cleaner in there.
Yeah,
That'd
and it's
be the-
cleaner.
Delusions.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, women are gross,
Delusions.
let's be honest.
That would be a great excuse to give when using the women's washroom.
That's my new excuse now.
If they basically walked in, what are you doing in here? You're a man. He's going, I identify as a woman.
No, he
Identify
just
as a
has to
woman.
say, I thought this
Wait.
was a target.
What? Actually, if you're wearing a burqa, it doesn't matter. They can't tell either way.
No. Exactly. A burqa with an erection. It was like, oh, what's going on?
What you want to do is turn up at a burqa and use a urinal.
Why is the woman with the burqa facing the wrong way?
Hey. Do my eyes make this burqa? Does my dick make my eyes look fat in this burqa?
Does my dick make my eyes look fat?
This burqa. I don't know.
All right, what else we got?
Well, everyone knows that smoking pot is supposed to make you mellow and relaxed.
And attractive to women.
Everyone knows that except for rapper Lil Wayne.
Oh, I love Lil Wayne. He's from New Orleans. He's an idiot. Go on.
We can just tell by the amount of facial tattoos that
Yeah, he's
something wrong has. So mama dropped him on his head as a young child, apparently.
from the Treme.
Yeah. Anyways, he apparently stomped off stage 10 minutes into his supposed to be an hour-long performance at the High Times Cannabis Concentrates Cup show.
I bet he's got to be at school in the morning.
That wasn't his excuse, though. He was complaining that the crowd was just far too mellow for his liking, because apparently he didn't quite do the math on Cannabis Concentrates Cup show put on by High Times.
Yeah, but they were enjoying it. They just weren't showing it in a way that he recognized.
Yeah, exactly. He
Have you
was
ever
yelling at
performed
them for being too mellow.
I've done stand-up comedy for pot crowds, and they fucking suck.
Well, that's what I think that was Lil Wayne's experience.
Yeah, well, they suck. It's like you like, but your crowd's shit. Fuck cannabis cafes. I hate them.
Yeah.
You know, seriously, your laughter gets drowned out by people just blowing in and out of bags like you're in a fucking hospital. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Because this is not available in pill form.
Yeah, it's like the sound of banging somebody with a female condom.
She bangs for men.
She bangs for men.
So it's heavy in the air.
Yeah, it smells like Ricky Martin's new cologne.
Launched by Byron Bertram.
Yeah, endorsed by Byron Bertram.
Did you mention it at the end of your
And Donald J.
your-
Trump.
your show the other night? Did you mention it?
Oh, Ricky
Martin's new
new
fragrance. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering what that beautiful aroma is, it's She Bangs for Men by Ricky Martin. I'm wearing it tonight. And it is available after the show. You can buy some from me. I've got it at a special discounted rate from Ricky himself. I've got signed bottles.
Yeah, you could buy it for me at the washer or Havana. You'll just look for the guy with an erection and a burqa. Just ask for Carlos.
That's for Carlos, man. Carlos might listen to this and go, motherfuckers, I'm going to kill those guys. That little baby I held when he was a baby, I'm going to go back and kill him now.
He's a dead baby. He's one dead baby.
One dead baby. He live in Japan? I fucking know Japan.
Yeah.
I fucking know where to find
He'll be
him.
easy to find. He'll be 2 feet taller.
He will
than
be the
everyone.
last person
Yeah.
I ever kill.
He'll be white.
That little baby who lives in Japan.
I bet he's
I'm
still
going to
baby.
fuck him up. I'm going to join ISIS just to kill him.
Yeah.
That little fucking baby.
Ice baby.
Ice baby.
ISIS baby. Bum 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 ba-dum, bum.
That's
Stop.
That's
I wanna
Vanilla
cut your
Ice on the
head
no-fly
off.
list. Excuse me. Vanilla Ice for the flight to Dallas. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Ice. You're not getting on this flight.
Yeah, we're
You've just been put on the no-fly
we're
list.
redirecting this flight to Tokyo.
Your pilot tonight will be Carlos.
The jackal.
I'm going to kill that little Japanese baby.
I think I saw this in the movie.
So,
It's a new movie.
who'd have thought we could have so much fun with Carlos the baby holding
Carlos
a
the
little
baby jackal.
Carlos the baby cuddler holding a little baby all those years ago.
Yeah, such a sweet thing.
It couldn't have quite the same ring to it though, would it? Carlos the baby holder,
No, yeah.
or Carlos the baby cuddler.
That's why
Say,
That's
Carlos
why
the
I
baby
have to
cuddler.
kill him.
Carlos the baby
this is
cuddler
bad
was
for image.
involved in the kidnapping of 12 Israeli athletes this afternoon.
Carlos the baby cuddler is more of a good name for your pet python, I think.
Carlos the baby cuddler.
I think the 12 Israelis, 12 Jewish people killed in Germany was probably the worst thing that ever happened in Germany.
Until last week.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck, I just read on history. I was wrong, sorry.
Okay, what else we got?
Okay, last story. Speaking of rappers,
Oh, another one.
guy who is an aspiring rapper, so
I love these better.
exactly, filmed himself shooting himself in the face.
Oh, I saw this one.
I
Yeah.
then complained that World Star Hip Hop refused to post the video. He also tried to almost make it a bit of a racial thing because he said World Star takes every opportunity to post the most vile shit from dark-skinned African Americans, but let a white-skinned half-African motherfucker with military and law enforcement experience do something and they won't post it.
Wow.
So it was like a blue wannabe rappers lives matter?
I guess so. I think it was just like, let me see. It doesn't really hurt that much after,
And he
the
lived,
initial-
though.
Oh yeah,
He lived
Has
in-
a whole. He has one hell of a facial piercing now, though.
He was healthy enough to complain about it
Yeah,
online.
exactly.
So
afterwards.
this reminds me of that episode in The Sopranos. Do you remember this? Where basically the rapper, the young rapper, and I think this is a copycat. There's the young rapper who wants to. Everybody's been shot, and if you want to be a rapper, you got to get shot, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
he doesn't want to shoot himself, so he pays one of Tony Soprano's friends to shoot him. Right? He says, just don't let me know when it's coming, right? And so the guy has to turn up outside this burger joint one night, wait for the guy to come out, and then shoot him. He says, I want you to shoot me in the leg. But the guy's using a pistol, and it's a bit of a distance away, and shoots him in the ass, right? Which is where rappers don't want to get shot, because that's an embarrassing place to get shot, right?
Yeah.
So as he's lying on the floor writhing around, all he's saying is, you shot me in the ass! You shot me in the ass! I think this is an example of life imitating art.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, either that or I agree on the copycat. The other thing is, wasn't the story that 50 Cent got shot 9 times in the face?
Yeah, yeah.
And
You
it's
can't
like-
get shot 9 times in the face
Of
and
course,
live.
it's bullshit.
Right.
You know, but either that or it's like the worst possible aim and really, really small caliber bullets.
Okay, even a 22, you get shot in the face 9 times, you're fucking dead, man.
I
Come
would
on.
agree.
Yeah.
Unless you're shooting yourself through the end of the nose, and then through
Yeah.
the lip, and then one through the earlobe, and
Or
then
you're-
one through the hair.
Or what they're talking about isn't an actual pistol, but like one of those piercing guns they use at the mall for ears. And they go, that's not really shooting. I know they call it a piercing gun.
Or maybe he
but-
got shot down 9 times.
By a girl.
Yeah, by a girl.
She bangs for men.
Yeah. But ever since he wore She Bangs for Men.
So 50 Cent's listening to this now going, I'm going to kill those motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I'm
boom.
going to get my fuck. Carlos! We
just
got a
like-
job to do.
He's going, shit, they figured me out.
He's gonna sue us for slander for $50.
Maybe what he meant was he basically got shot by like 9 little pellets from a shotgun in the face.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
I forget
Yeah.
all the details. I should look that up, actually, while you guys blather about something
Was
else.
50 Cent really shot with a real gun? Is that the
Yeah.
search term?
Is it?
50 Cent shot
50
face.
Cent shot with real gun? Question.
Okay, not 9 times in the face. He was shot 9 times, but a wound in the hand, arm, hip, both legs, chest, and then in his left cheek. Lost a wisdom tooth, has a scar on his face, and blah, blah, blah. At least that's what Cora says, and you know they would never lie.
No. The other people that you know will never lie about anything is Slate.
Yeah. Or
And
Snopes.
Salon.
I wonder who shot him. It was probably like a stormtrooper because if you've seen the Star Wars movies, they can't aim for shit.
Yeah, it's
Probably his buddy going, dude, my rap career's not taking off. I need some cred. Are you sure about this? Shut up and shoot me.
I saw it on The Sopranos.
How did it hit his wisdom tooth and not hit his tongue? Because it's not like he didn't stop rapping or anything, right?
Well, it says he does have a small slur in his speech, so I don't know.
Oh,
I guess
maybe,
that must
yeah.
have been that.
I know someone that got shot in the face.
Really?
From about 10 foot away, and they took out all his teeth down one side.
Oh my god.
Well, and that's the kind of weird thing where you go, just the one wisdom tooth, not a whole bunch, just one.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange.
Couldn't afford surgery.
Yeah.
Right,
So it's pinpoint
It's 50 cents,
accuracy.
not 50 billion.
Yeah, exactly.
His name's not $50 billion. 50 cents, motherfucker.
Maybe the attitude was he
Take me
just
to the city
didn't want to
hospital.
pay the dentist. So he's like, well, maybe if we just get this done, my buddy to do this for free.
Yeah, no health care or anything.
The American healthcare system sucks.
Except
Okay.
I thought he was supposed to be so wealthy from slinging crack.
No one ever gets rich doing that shit. They just die trying.
You mean Jay-Z lies?
Oh, dear.
That was probably one of 50 Cent's greatest movies.
Yep. So anyway, Byron, what have you got for us for this week in history?
This week in history, oh my god.
Have you excelled yourself again?
What's that?
Have you excelled yourself again?
This week in history. It's
Don't tell me you're going to search it now.
What? No, I'm not going to
got
search
it.
it now.
Okay.
What are you talking about? It's been a busy week for history. I mean, so much has happened. I mean, Jesus Christ, summertime.
Was it summertime this time last year?
It was summertime last year.
Not in Australia.
Last year, this time it was actually July 26, and it was some crazy shit. Crazy shit happened.
Well, tell us.
You know,
You're looking it up now, aren't you?
You're
You fucking looking for something. You haven't done it.
This isn't from memory, is it?
You haven't done it.
This isn't from memory.
There's people who pay good money to listen to this podcast, right?
Yeah.
And you haven't even done the.
You prepared, right?
Yeah, of course I did.
You're not just dragging jugglers in here, are you?
What?
Never mind.
Just a sec. Shit, do you hear that sound? Oh shit! No, nothing.
Is that 50 Cent's best movie?
It's all good. So yeah, this week in history, Jesus Christ, man! The Macedonian army, led by Philip II, defeated. That's boring. Fuck, who cares about that guy, right? No, we want some newer shit, don't we? Oh, this is the first general strike in Canadian history takes place in Vancouver.
Right, you know what? I'm stopping this now.
So
You've got to
Vancouver
do
has
some
always been
proper
lazy.
fucking research.
Okay, wait, no, but I had two stories and then we blew them all.
Well, you need four.
Oh no, this is great. This one's good.
Pauses like that on radio sound weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no dead space.
Can I still?
This is. I'm only letting this go because it's so ridiculous.
Okay. All right. Adolf Hitler became the Führer of Germany following the death of President Paul von Hindenburg.
Today.
Today
Wow.
in the history.
Today.
In
Today,
1933.
1934. Yeah. I mean, what do you think of von Hindenburg? He did some good airships. He did give some good airships, did he?
Yep, he had some good airships.
Had a way with the women.
Did he have the way of the woman?
Probably.
He had a nice
more
mustache.
than Hitler did, probably.
He probably had a beard, some good diggers, some good sideburns and a mustache, and he probably liked hats.
Yeah,
I'm imagining he was a big fan of hats.
I've seen a lot of pictures of Hindenburg, and he never smiled. Maybe that's because he knew that airship was going to blow
No,
up.
but you know
a few
what?
years later.
Back in the old days, right? What they never used to see. Back in the old days, people wouldn't go like when someone pointed a camera at them, they wouldn't go and do a Justin Trudeau face.
Yeah.
Oh, they wouldn't do like Konnichiwa, like the Asian fucking.
Yeah, or
They'd do a
put two
peace
fingers
sign.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the peace
Hindenburg. Most of his shots were him doing the peace sign.
Paul van Hindenburg?
Yeah.
It's just like Hitler for Chancellor. Paul van Hindenburg endorsed.
See, this is what happened, right? So basically, the Nazis, so the Orientals invented the swastika, the Germans turned it the other way around, right?
Right.
And then Winston Churchill invented the fuck off V sign.
Yeah.
And the Japanese turned it back around.
Turned it into just
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty. Yeah. My favorite thing when I was in Tokyo, there was a sign, and there was like a drunk Japanese businessman with it was a cartoon with a Japanese businessman with the tie around his head, and he's like, "Ooh," and he's he's drinking, and it shows like he's singing, and then he's walking almost over the line into this oncoming subway, and then there's a sign being like, "Just like, don't do that."
Yeah.
Because a lot of them get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So,
happens.
my next question is: do the Koreans take the piss out of the Japanese for not being able to drink?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm sure
Because
they
the
do.
Koreans are
Not that
big
I know for
drinkers, right?
sure, but the Koreans are, they're very nationalistic and probably prideful about that particular thing.
And
Although
their
the
kimchi.
Japanese can drink like crazy. I mean, they do a really good job. Byron found the best thing. You found the guy wearing the plastic horse head in the
Yes.
in the
That's
cross-dressing.
right. Where were we? You took me
in
Tokyo.
Harajuku.
Yeah.
And the guy.
Is that Harajuku, the electronic
Yeah,
district?
Harajuku. Yeah. No, sorry. Akihabara. You were in Akihabara.
Right.
And he found a guy
was this cross-dresser.
wearing like a Sailor Moon outfit, wearing a plastic horse head, dancing with a stalk of like
Celery, an electric stalk of celery.
kind of like
And he
a
was wearing
Japanese
a
onion.
skirt
Japanese
with like
green
hooker
onion.
boots.
and hooker boots.
And he had an erection, too.
And Byron just danced with him.
And I just danced with him with like a fucking sick mask
It
on.
was a thing of beauty.
Pretending
Did
to
you
play.
get a picture?
We
or
did.
a
He got
video?
video.
We did.
of it.
We did a little
made
video of it.
a photo.
This week in history has turned to this week in random obscure culture.
Well, that's how we started, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you,
This is the
Einstein,
payback. It's the payback for not doing your research.
But thank you, Einstein, for warning Roosevelt to get on that bomb shit.
Okay. All right. So that's it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Ivan Penaluna.
I'm Byron Bertram.
I'm Jeremy Eaton.
And I'm Pierre Dracula. Good night.